fellas. So we now have 3, 6, 7 tanks in the sub, which is absolutely overkill, but we're gonna be breathing. We're gonna go ahead and take off the ratchet straps, and then I think we're gonna go in together. It's a little sketcy, but I want Tristan to get all the scary stuff out of the way, so it can just be enjoyable for him, because he is gonna be driving this by himself today. So you got a lot to learn, young fella. Great. You're gonna zip this up. You're gonna need that for safety. Oh, ready for takeoff. Wait, what? Yeah, you're gonna need that. It doesn't work. Alright. Here we go. Oh, God, this is scary. Come on in, brother. Oh, God. Come on in. Come on. I can hit my head up? No, just like little games. Oh, my gosh.
That's like in that?
It's so much tighter than yesterday. Yeah, there's a lot. So check it out. You got spare airs. So 1, 2, you got one above you here. You literally rip those, start breathing. These regulators, 1, 2, 3. These you can rip off their Velcro. Okay. So just kind of remember those. When you want to breathe or you feel like, dude, I don't feel okay. Like I feel like there's not enough air in here. You can breathe off that and just drive. Because all of these tanks are connected to here. So this battery box can legitimately explode. So when you charge them, they off-gas, and we have a filter to filter that out. However, any static on this could explode this.
Like how bad explode?
He told me
We would be hurt.
it'd be bad. What's most important is this dial right here. It needs to be like right around the 20. 20 and 40. It's not the PSI in here. This is your airflow to your electronics.
Okay.
So if this is off, that means water is going to go into the electronics. So you have to mitigate and turn this on, and I'll do that with you in here because we're about to actually start.
Okay.
This little door right here is going to be us turning it on. Yep. So she's plugged in.
Yep.
Take this, you just toss her back in there. You're not going to mess with that for the rest of the day. Okay, all electronics and all areas a go. We are ready for blast off. How do you feel about it?
How we doing?
A little nervous?
A little nervous.
Oh, shoot! Oh my God. Now we're off the trailer. Alright, we're submarining now, bro. Oh my God!
One dryer, one washer.
Yeah, super weird. Oh, there goes our balloon. So this is where things start getting a little weird, okay? We're gonna load the cabin a little bit.
One's in the dryer.
You okay? Yeah. This is really weird. Oh, there's the draft.
Dude, this just doesn't. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm feeling right now.
Imagine bed fishing like this. So I'm gonna help us a little bit. Oh, look at all the bluegill. Look at all the bluegill grass. Right here. Oh, we're on the ground. Yep. So, see them all over here? Look at all of them. They're freaking crazy about the bluegill. Isn't that crazy, dude? Look at it. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, go get it. No. So look at the bluegill.
I thought there was a submarine where you don't get wet. That's what I thought submarine was. Submarine was you don't get wet. Well, they're getting wet.
I love Native. I've been using Native for years now, and I use them every day. I can't recommend them enough. When I found the Native deodorant, I was so happy.
They're stupid because the native commercials are dumb.
On eBay, car owners had this. It's a book of car parts and accessories
64.
from 1964. It's full of all kinds of old, weird, and sometimes kind of smart products that you can order for your car. So I went online and tracked down a bunch of these old products, and today, we're gonna actually use them. I gotta shave and make my coffee. I'm so late. Oh, geez, it's burning. I love this thing. That was awesome. Are these forgotten car accessories ancient crafts or treasures that we should bring back? All right, Justin, our first product is a turn signal reminder flasher. The thinking with this product is that people at the time were not used to turning off their turn signals when they got a car that had them. This product right here lets you know that your blinker's still on. Helps prevent accidents 2 ways. Way number 1 is it flashes warning if your turn signals are still on after the turn has been completed, because we know it's a dangerous situation right there. The second way it helps keep you safe, Justin, is it warns you when your turn signals aren't working either. That was important because at the time, turn signals weren't the most reliable. Drivers might turn on their indicator and be confident in their turn, but a bulb could be out, and they would have no way of knowing if other drivers couldn't see they were turning except for maybe their eyes. Kind of ahead of its time. As we know, most of our cars have turn signal indicators in them now. So
people still leave them on.
People still leave them
And
on.
people also just don't use them.
That's right. I mean, it's nice.
Is it metal?
Oh, metal. So let's go put it on a car.
Let's get the blinking.
Let's do it.
Let's get the blinking.
Let's get the
on.
blinking. Call me a blinking. So our little relay right here, gonna gingerly pull it out. Here we go. All right, Justin, go ahead and hold on to that. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Boom.
Hey, the red light's on.
Oh, look at that. All right, so it's blinking.
Oh, that one doesn't work.
Yeah, I think
The bulb's out.
that's a known issue with this car, but
Which is probably why this is glowing red. So it does work.
it tells us when we're blinking and tells us when it's broken.
That's pretty cool. I'm happy this works.
Takes me back.
It does. Takes me back.
Yep, worked.
Our next product is a category that still exists today, but this is an old version of it. It is called the Fuzz Buster 3. It is a radar detector. The thinking is we plug this thing into our cigarette lighter and it detects radar beams being shot at the vehicle. You know, meant to make sure you don't get speeding tickets. Warning indicator light. Check your speed when this lights up. There's radar in the area.
Okay, cool. So it's just a general thing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily right at you.
I assume this is the receptacle.
Yeah. That goes out the glass.
receiver. This is what's detecting the radar beams. And it's pretty simple. There's a light right here, speaker right here, and this is your gain knob right here. Got the fuzz buster. Gonna turn the car on so it gets power. And Jesus.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. It's picking it up. Weird. Okay, so when I turn the sensitivity knob up, it doesn't detect the radar waves anymore, which is kind of strange.
Here, let me step over here.
Okay. Yeah.
Now let me point away.
No. 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 Yeah. Alright, so it only detects it when the radar gun is being pointed directly at the unit, which is kind of concerning. So let's go ahead and try to evade the law here. Overall, I don't think I would trust the Fuzz Buster to bust any fuzz these days. It didn't detect you until I was like right next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's too bad because it is a cool little unit.
You know, this is the early version of this tech.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
better versions of it now that do work as we've seen in previous videos. But the Fuzz Buster.
Leave it in the past. Old tech. Okay, Nolan, you got me out here on the road. What's our next product?
Well, Justin, we might be on the road, but I'm feeling homesick. So we're going to test some home products for your car.
Ah.
That's be the first one. This is a shaver.
What are you trying to tell me,
Well,
Nolan?
I'm going to shave myself. I forgot to shave this morning. Plug this into our cigarette lighter here.
Oh.
Oh. It does.
So a car shaver? Nah, that's a load of crap. Why?
We're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
You guys are stupid.
Quick! The quicker picker-upper. One sheet of Bounty is all you need.
Do not
It's
attempt.
more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
$1984 has been a tough year. Our sales are down, our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in here to grow the basketball business.
People don't know what the hell that.
This is cool.
That feels terrible.
We're testing Gator Grip today, Joby.
That's right, the as seen on TV miracle tool that claims to replace your whole toolbox.
But could it possibly live up to that promise?
No.
I sure don't know, but I think we should find out.
Those are useless.
Huge thanks to eBay Motors for sponsoring today's tool party. We all know that eBay Motors is the go-to site for parts and cars, but did you know that they also have tools? All right, Joe, let's see here. Do we have our welding stuff?
Check.
Okay, do we have our gasket scraper?
Check.
Okay, do we have our hammer?
Chuck?
That's not what we ordered, right?
It's not? Well, no problem. eBay Motors has a money-back guarantee, so if it's not the tool we ordered, well, we can just get our money back. It's as simple as that.
Whatever you need, eBay Motors is here.
I have a hammer.
So click the link
I have a
in
couple
the
hammers
description to
in the
shop
garage.
what you see in today's video, plus a whole lot more. Joe, let's get back to the show.
Let's, Jerry. Check this out.
Oh, you're so good at that. So what exactly is a Gator Grip, Mr. Zach Joe?
I don't know. Let's see what their infomercial has to say.
Watch. No matter what size fastener.
No matter what size fastener.
Gator Grip replaces a complete toolbox.
Oh, that sucks.
In your pocket.
Hear that?
All those tools in there, throw them out.
Pitch 'em.
This man is using a regular socket set. He has to change with every bolt.
Idiot.
What a stupid asshole.
But this man is using the Gator Grip. Gator Grip is strong enough to handle up to 150 foot-pounds of torque. It can remove recessed, odd-shaped, even damaged nuts and bolts.
Odd shaped. This will work on. Never mind.
All you need is the Gator Grip that fits over 1,000 nuts, bolts,
Over
and
1,000 nuts, bolts, and fasteners. Big claims. Miracle tool indeed.
Not only does this Gator Grip claim that it can replace your whole toolbox, but it can do it on the cheap. These cost, what, 10 bucks?
$10 a pop. These things have been available forever. You can pick them up at plenty of hardware stores. I think we all have a pretty good idea of how they work. It's just a bunch of metal sticks in there on basically a spring system. When you put it on top of the nut, the rods that the nut hits move out of the way, and it grips and twists. It'll just accept a lot of different size fastener heads, which is cool as long as it can turn them.
In theory, this is actually a good idea.
But I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, oh man, that's so smart.
When I first got one of these as a kid, I used it once and it didn't work on the thing I was using, and then guess where it went?
Junkyard?
Junkyard.
Yeah, I think these live in probably about 60–70% of the junkyards in America.
Right.
Today we're going to be testing these things in a bunch of ways. We're going to do all the tests from the infomercial. Then we're going to see if these things can work on cars, like if you were stuck on the side of the road. And this is all you have. And then we're going to take them to the point of failure, see when they break.
This is why you bought 10 of these things.
Yes. We're going to find out if these really replace the whole toolbox.
They don't.
Probably not.
If they did, I use them, but I don't use them.
Alright, so we have recreated that sick infomercial.
I've always wanted to be in an infomercial.
Well, you know what? This is like the next best thing. I'm gonna get Square on there. Give it its best shot.
I'm not even going to look.
Okay. No problem.
Well, now the great thing is you can move right up to the 9/16 slag bolt without even changing sockets. Let's see if she can do it. There you go. Pass. Normally you gotta use your hands.
Wing nut.
Not when the Gator Grip shows up.
Fail. Fail.
Woo. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a pass too. You made it look way funnier, but...
Fail.
Ooh, pass.
Drilled a hole down in there.
One fail.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Dude.
Are you kidding me? Like, look at that. You don't have a ton of surface area to grip onto with that.
Now we got one that's even slightly bigger. My turn.
So one fail.
Alright, chewed up the old head a little bit.
Yeah, that's when it skipped.
Dude, I love that it wobbles. It's fun.
So we're all filled one time.
I mean, she's through the back.
Just through the back. Look at that.
Not bad.
Put them all in, took them all out. Looks like brand new.
Mine's got some pins recessing themselves. Ooh, they stick a lot now. Yeah, it's definitely a little hurt.
So one
You
fail.
know why that would do that?
Why?
If the pins are bent and they can't go back.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right, and that pin is bent. Look.
You see that pin?
Yep.
Well, that didn't take too terribly much. So what do you think? Did it pass? Does it fail? It did the things, but it killed the socket.
I say Pat.
I failed one thing.
So
So one of the examples in that beautiful infomercial was doing some strut tower nuts.
Yeah, they're doing some suspension work. So we're gonna put it to the test, see if we can loosen a nut on the top of the coilovers on the E36, and then we're gonna try some various fasteners around the car to see how this would do in various different roadside emergency situations. Well, that's gonna be a problem.
Doesn't fit.
You know, I don't really think of that. The depth that you get.
2 fails.
Very shallow.
Right.
Holy crap.
That's maybe what, quarter of an inch?
That's really all you get. You basically can't do anything with a stud through it.
Right.
Bolts on it.
That's a big old fail.
2
So
fails.
let's pick some other stuff. Okay, here's a 10 millimeter. Super common size if you're working on cars. I think we can all agree. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Wow. It doesn't seem to like the 10 mil so far.
Is it not doing it?
It ain't doing it.
Get out of here.
I'm not getting out of here.
No way.
Not even close.
Let me try.
Like, I think there's going to be certain sizes that...
There we go. It was just a user
Well,
error.
that's going to happen when you're working with me, bud.
I was putting a little bit more pressure on it, maybe. You know, because I'm buffer than you.
Yeah, you're strong.
Because they're spring loaded, it pushes back on you. So if it doesn't have a good enough contact surface, it's going to slip. See how one of the pins
Oh, yeah. You just dug right over.
dug right into that. This is not a one size fits all. So it pushes and depresses pins according to whatever.
Size bolt you stick in it.
Right.
And then it tries to make the closest mating to that it can.
Right, but that's not always perfectly 11 mils or
Right.
10 mils or whatever it is. So because of that, you get some that will kind of go in at an angle, and then as you start to put torque to it, drag across the head of the bolt.
Right.
So,
Kind of did a little damage to the bolt.
right.
A regular socket would not do that. You want to know what I want to see now?
What?
A real small little guy.
Oh, like this guy?
7
7 mil.
quarter inch is what it says it can do at its smallest. That's a quarter inch.
Okay.
And that's pretty easy to get to.
Right, let's try it. It's so tiny that it's not getting good contact with it. It's not getting that gator grip.
Oh, man.
Well, for that, that's a big ol' ass.
I'm going to call that a failure. Let's go to
It
the front
fails.
with that battery. See if we can take off the battery terminal. This is something that you would really commonly do if you have a dead battery or, you know, need to change your battery or whatever.
But I can already tell you right now.
Whoa! Who's it?
This one looks pretty easy, okay. Oh, look at that. No problem.
No problem. Nothing in the way of you getting on there nice and good.
There you go, look at that. Pop it off.
Pop it off, baby. All right, well now let's step things up a little bit. I mean, one of the most common roadside issues that you're going to be dealing with is a flat tire.
Oh.
So if you got to take a wheel off and put your spare on, can the Gator Grip do it? Let's see if you got the muscles for this.
Wheels.
Oh, watch those knuckles, bud.
She cammed over there.
Oh, I see it just ejecting itself as you turn.
It
It just
pushing
wants to
it
come
out.
off.
This is bull stupid hole.
And then you can never really use two hands on the tool or whatever. You have to have a hand holding it on. That feels terrible.
So we were able to break it loose with a standard 17 mil socket. It wasn't easy. Holy shit. But it got it off.
Yeah, it's almost like a specific socket is like better.
So let's air fail. 4 fails so far.
A little bit. They got smashed in between there.
Did a little bit of damage to the bolts too. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
the same as they were.
Right.
Sorry, Max.
Sorry, Max.
I think we call this a fail.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
this is
4
a
fails
major
far.
problem. This is so irritating too. Imagine you're on the side of a road, cars blasting by you, and this thing is pushing you into the oncoming traffic. Let's do a moment of silence for all the people who died because we did it.
Yeah, what?
Another claim that they've made is that they can reach up to 150 foot-pounds.
Yeah. We got a few different fasteners, so we can put that to the test. They're all welded to this angle iron, so they can't move. So we're going to put torque on them with a torque adapter. We'll measure the peak torque of when they cam over. Claims 150 foot-pounds, but I'm not so sure. So we'll see what we get. I think it already went over. We got a good grip on it.
10, 11.
I don't know why it's turned so much. Okay, so we're just rounding that thing off because the rods are just kind of skipping over. They're not getting a real good grip on the head of the bolt. On that, we peaked at 11.6 foot-pounds of torque. So that is to say, the most torque you could put on a 10 millimeter fastener if you were putting it on your car. 6 foot-pounds.
Interesting.
I'm going to call that a fail. That's a pretty low number.
Didn't get to 150.
Not even close. All right, you ready?
Yeah, ready.
And we're skipping. And we're stuck. 32.4 foot-pounds.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's no good. This
5
is a
fails.
14mm bolt, and it's gripping pretty well, so we're going to add some leverage to it.
80, 90, 98.5.
98.5 degrees. Not bad. We're
Right.
starting to get there. 100 foot-pounds, basically.
And one other thing that's interesting is that a 14 mil bolt sits directly on that set of pins. So it pushes down an even number from the center.
That helps just to get a good grip on the bolt. About as good a one as we can get.
Yep.
Okay, now we got a 15.
Tighten her up, tighten her up. 158.2. Heck yeah.
It's a pass.
All right, Gator, chomp chomp. Ooh, a little pin damage. We got a little pin bending there, huh?
Luckily we have a bunch of these.
Yeah. Now I'm interested to see how it does on a 17. It might be a little bit of an in-between size for it.
Okay, 90, 100, 120, 126, 130, 130.
Wow. 142 foot-pounds. Honestly, pretty similar.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. I didn't think it was going to fit in as well as the last one did.
Yeah.
Any damage?
Oh yeah, and we really kind of mashed this one. This one.
Ooh, she's not springing back no more. This is just a really shallow head 17. I think this is actually an old flywheel bolt. The Gator grip isn't going to have a whole lot to grip onto. Here we go. Boom, she hates it. Yeah, it didn't like that at all. We got to 60 foot-pounds, 59.9.
The final stop along the way is a 19 mil. Fits perfect inside this thing because all the pins are pushed down at that point, and now it's just a regular socket.
Yeah, 19 millimeter socket. Whoa, overloaded the equipment. We're at 162.1 foot-pounds. Beat the 150 foot-pounds that they claim, but of course it did. It's basically just a socket.
It's a socket.
Yeah, at
So-
the high end of its range, it's just a worse socket that doesn't have as much depth as a normal socket would. How do we do here?
Well, like we thought,
5 fails.
smaller bolts doesn't have enough contact surface for it to, reach that 150 foot-pound claim.
Honestly, their 150 foot-pound claim is kind of vague. It just says it can withstand up to. It did do a decent job of rounding them off, though.
Oh yeah.
Each and every bolt is super messed up.
All of these are broken that I have in my hand. All these pins are depressed and the springs are not ejecting.
Steer sockets and hammers.
We were really testing these all that hard.
Yeah, we just did infomercial stuff. The question for me is, does it replace the toolkit?
No, it does not.
Are you going to throw away 3 drawers of this toolbox and replace it with one of those?
No.
That'd be an indicator of what I think.
Drop the tools?
No, drop that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool.
It's going to frustrate you more than anything else. And that's
Yep.
one of the worst things when it comes to tools. And really, why we do this show, right? It's like, what's a tool that is going to be easy to use, worth your money, and not give you a friggin' screaming aneurysm? Yeah, we're working on stuff. This is going straight to the tool party graveyard, dude. No freaking way.
Bury it.
And if you're curious, hey, what are you guys going to do with these used Gator grips? Well, we're going to give them to our Donut Underground members, but we're also going to give them $50. We got a feel bad. Yeah, we can feel bad.
Okay, camera's on.
We'll sign these and give
Camera's
them to you
dead.
as well.
So this was a fun one.